Okay, so today we're going to talk about finding the volume of cylinders and triangular prisms. Earlier this year, we talked about how we can find the area of shapes such as squares or triangles or rectangles or even parallelograms and trapezoids. Okay. We also learned how to find the volume of cubes or rectangular prisms, and we learned how to find the surface area of our triangular and rectangular prisms, as well as pyramids. Okay, so to build on that, first we need to identify something very important that we didn't cover this year, which is finding the area of a circle. Okay, area of a circle. In order for us to find the area of a circle, we need to first come up with a formula. Okay, and in order for us to know a formula for the area of a circle, first we have to identify a couple important parts to the circle. In a circle, there is always a center. Okay, from the center, okay, there is always, if you cut a line right through the middle of the circle, that line going right through the middle would be called the diameter. Okay, diameter, okay, which is the length across the middle of a circle. Oh, forgot a C. Okay, and the second important piece that we need to learn is halfway across the circle from the center to the outer edge is called the radius. Okay, so the radius is the distance from the center of a circle to the outer arc or edge. Okay, so that is the radius, and that is what we need for our area formula. The last portion that we need is we need to know what pi is. Okay, pi is a symbol that you will see often in math when talking about circles. Okay, pi is a symbol that looks like this. Maybe you've seen it before. Okay, pi is a Greek symbol. That's why it's spelled Pi. It's a Greek symbol that represents a number, a non-terminating decimal that we use in math for circles that is 3.14, and then that decimal would continue on for a long time, but we just round it to 3.14. And there's even a pi button in your calculator that makes using pi really simple. So now that we know what pi is and we know what the radius is, okay, which is the distance of from the center of the circle to the outer edge, we need to come up with our formula for the area of a circle. Okay, our formula is going to be A for area equals pi, which is 3.14, times the radius squared. So let's give a circle an actual radius from the center to the outer edge. Let's say that distance is 3. So our formula would say A equals 3.114 times 3, which is the radius, squared. Okay, so if I simplify that, order of operations tells me to do the exponents first. So 3 squared is 9. Okay, so 3.14 times 9 will give me the area of the circle. And all you have to do is just type that into a calculator. Okay, so 3.14 times 9 gives us 28.26. So area equals 28.26, and it's still no different than all of our other area formulas. This would be units squared because we're talking about area of a two-dimensional shape. So now that we know generally how to find the area of a circle, pi r squared, okay, now we need to talk about how to find the volume of a cylinder. A cylinder is a three-dimensional shape that has a circular top and a circular bottom. Those are our bases with a height. Okay, just like any other three-dimensional shape, it also has depth. So both of my bases are made up of circles, and then I have a height to, or a depth to, that shape. So the only thing I have to figure out for the volume of a cylinder is volume is going to still be capital B for base times height. Okay, that capital B represents the area of my circle. Okay, the area of my circle. So if I wanted to find the volume of this shape, first I would need to know that the center of that circle is here, and the radius of that circle is, let's say, 6. So if I wanted to find the volume of this shape, okay, first I would have to find the area of the base, which is, like we just learned up here, pi r squared gives us the area of my base. Okay, so pi times the radius, which is 6, squared. And then we would have to multiply that by the height. Okay, so volume equals, okay, 6 squared is 36, so 3.14 times 36, okay, times the height. So let's just type that into a calculator. 3.14 times 36 gives us 113.04. Okay, and let's say the height to this cylinder is 8. Okay, so we're going to multiply that by 8 times 8, and the volume of my cylinder is 904.32, and this is three-dimensional, so it's going to be units cubed. Okay. So now that we have covered the volume of a cylinder, and we have covered how to find the area of a circle, okay, now let's talk about how we would find the the volume of a triangular prism. Volume of a triangular prism. Okay, again, this one is very simple. The formula stays the same. Okay, volume of a triangular prism, which is a shape that looks kind of like this. Okay, my volume of a triangular prism is going to be V equals B times H again. Okay, so when we're finding the volume of a triangular prism, all we have to do is find the area of the base, which is, the base is always my two ends, which are triangles on a triangular prism. Okay, so if my base of my triangle is 3 and my height is 4, okay, then I know that the area formula to find the area of that triangle is base times height divided by 2. So I'm going to plug that in. Okay, 3 times 4 divided by 2. Okay, that gives me the area of the base, and then I have to multiply that by the height of that shape. Okay, the height of that shape. Let's say the height of this shape is 8. So in order to find the volume, I'm going to say first I have to find the area of my base. So 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, times my height, which is 8. Okay, so volume equals 6 times 8 is 48. Okay, so 6 times 8 is 48. Again, I need units cubed because this is volume. So I'm going to give you 2 practice problems. I want you to try them, and then I want you to come check with me before you grab your handout. Okay, I'm going to give you a triangular prism that looks like this. Okay, the length of that triangular prism is 14. Okay, that's the base. The height is 9. Okay, and then the height of this prism is 2. Okay, and this is all in meters. Okay, so remember this is going to be V equals capital B for the area of the base, which is base times height divided by 2, okay, times the height, which is by 2. Okay, and then we're also going to find the volume of a cylinder whose radius is 6 and whose height is 20. Okay, again, don't forget that volume equals capital B times H, but the B is the area of the base, which is a circle, okay, which is pi r squared. Okay, when you finish those two, come check them with me, and we will get your handout.